Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is July 23rd, 83. We are at the Big A of Anaheim Stadium, a very important matchup in the American League between the Detroit Tigers and the California Angels. The Tigers come into this game a record of 57 and 35. And at the moment, the Tigers are actually sitting kind of pretty. Tigers are sitting pretty. They are 2.5 games back of the Yankees for first place. The only thing about that, though, as we got a big log jam in the American League East between the Yankees, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Brewers. 5 teams are fighting for 5 playoff spots. It could come down to the final week. The California Angels are 46 and 48. And at the moment, they are actually 9 games back of the White Sox, and they are under 500. So these games here for this game here for the Angels is pretty darn important as they try to get closer and closer to 500. Just like the actual regular season in 1983, there may only be one team in the American League West that comes out. We may only have 4 teams in the postseason in the American League. It would not be the first time we've had something like that, but that is okay. Ben Witz is first to join us here at Anaheim Stadium. The Tigers historically won this game 7-2. They had 11 hits and 3 errors, kind of ugly, and the Angels had 7 hits and 1 error. But we all know Inside Pitch has a mind of its own, just like Fall Classic. So we are set and ready to go for a big game tonight. So buckle up here at the Big A, and it should be exciting here for tonight's game. Let's get things going. Starting pitcher for the California Angels tonight is Bruce Kison. 11 wins, 5 losses, 2 saves, a 4.05 ERA. He gets the call tonight. We are at Anaheim Stadium. Neutral but favors hitters. 153 home runs was hit there, -2 to strikeouts. So if everybody is set and ready to go, you all got your hot dogs, your beer, and all that good stuff, it is time to play some baseball, and let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers will be second baseman Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. .320 average, 12 homers, 72 RBIs. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Angels are the home team. Good crowd here on hand at the Big A. They know what's important. Angels got to get a good win here. Tigers still trying to keep pace with the Yankees in the AL East. Let's see what happens tonight. 3-6, strikeout 10, no. Whitaker, a 3-6, and that's a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Bobby Grich. And the throw goes to first for the out, 1 down. That'll bring up the first baseman, Enos Cabell. .311 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. That's pretty darn good for 121 games. Kison, 2-5 against a righty. It's going to be an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to third, handled by Steve Lupertich. And he'll throw it over for out number 2. And now we will see the right fielder, Johnny Rub-a-Dub-Dub, thanks for the grub. .254 average, 4 homers, 22 RBIs in 83. Kison, 4-3, that's a blank. Grub, 6-4, base hit to right field. Grub will get the first single for the game, and he will hold it first. Here's the catcher, Lance Parrish. .269 average, 27 homers, 114 RBIs. One of the leaders in ribbies in 83. Parrish, I always felt, was a very good catcher. Michael Peterson joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. Grub not really a threat to do anything, and he won't. Kison, 3-1, error on a throw. Parrish, 4-4. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Big Freddie Lynn will go ahead and make the catch and retire the side. No runs in a hit for the Cats, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight is Dan Petry. If I'm correct, he was actually a pretty good pitcher. 19 wins, 11 losses, 3.92 ERA. He gets the call tonight for the Tigers. So we are set and ready for the bottom of the first. Let's see what happens. Leading off for the Angels is the third baseman, Steve Lubertich. I know nothing about him. 218 average, 7 RBIs in 83. Only played in 57 games. Petry, 6'1", range play. Lubertich, 5'5". It's a double into left field, but going after that is Kirk Gibson. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, and he'll get it. He'll take a double away from Lubertich. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And that's a fly out to left, and Gibson makes the catch. 1 out. Here comes the first baseman, Ron Jackson. 230 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. Petry will deal. 6'2", it's a blank. Jackson, a 3-5. That's a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Lou Whitaker with no trouble. And he'll toss it over, 2 down. And now the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. 272 average, 22 homers, 74 RBIs. One of the best players in the year. Petry, 5'3", blank. Lynn, 2-4, and that's a grounder to first base. That'll be handled by Enos Cabell. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. No score after 1. Top of the second. Leading off will be the Detroit designated hitter, Larry Herndon. 302 average, 20 homers, 92 RBIs. That is an excellent season. Braves, Cubs, Pascual Perez versus Steve Trout. Wrigley giving up home runs, 4 in 4 innings. Pascual, yeah, Wrigley Field usually does give up the bomb. Kison, 4-5. Against a righty, it will be an automatic out, and it will make it a ground out to third. Easy play there by Lubertich, and they'll throw it over for the out. And that will bring up the left fielder, Kirk Gibson. Some people think he's a Hall of Famer. I have no problem with Hall, the very good. 227 average, 15 homers, 51 RBIs. Had one of the greatest home runs ever hit in World Series history. Kison, 2-3, strikeout, no. Gibson, 2-1, and Gibson's going to come through with a big one. He'll blast one into right field. That'll split the gap. Gibson has a double. And he'll slide into second base easily. And now we'll see the center fielder, one of the most underrated players in baseball history, Chet Lemon. 255 average, 24 homers, 69 RBIs. Hell of a player. Gibson on that second, 1 out here. And strategy for Gibson. And that's a 20. Kison fires to second base, and Gibson will get back. Now Kison will pitch. And that's a 2-3, strikeout, no. Lemon, 1-3, and that's a ground out to short. That'll be handled there by Foley. Tim Foley will throw to first for the out. Gibson, he will take third. Gibson got good speed. He'll go ahead and get to third base, but there are now 2 away. And now the batter is the third baseman, Wayne Krenchicki. 276 average, a homer, 27 RBIs. Gibson on at third. 2 outs here. Strategy roll, and he'll stay at third. Kison, 1-6, strikeout, no. Krenchicki, 2-1, and it's a ground ball to second base. That'll be handled by Bobby Grich, and he'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cats, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. As Kevin Thomas now joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. Leading off for the Halos is the California designated hitter, Brian Downing. Always felt Downing was a solid player. 246 average, 19 homers, 53 RBIs in 83. And John Haverly now joins us here. Petry, 6'1", range play. Downing, 6'4", against a righty. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Wayne Krenchicki. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 4, and he got it. Nice play by Krenchicki, and he'll throw it over to first for the out, 1 down. Krenchicki, of course, started the season, I believe, with the Reds before being the Cardinals or something. I know he started on another team earlier in the year. Philip Reynolds now joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. It says home run 20 on batter's card. No roll is needed. No roll is needed unless the ballpark is a -1 or something like that. Then yeah, you still have to roll. As now Brian B now joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. That will bring up the right fielder, Reggie Jackson, Hall of Famer. Is there really any doubt? 194 average, though, 14 homers, 49 RBIs. Reggie in his declining years, though. Petry, 5'6", strikeout. Yep, swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll be the first strikeout for Petry. He had 122 of them in 83. And that will bring up the second baseman, Bobby Grich. Some people think he belongs in the Hall. I don't think so, but Bobby Grich definitely hauled a very good. 292 average, 16 homers, 62 RBIs. Bobby Grich actually might be borderline. He was a hell of a player. Petry, 6'2", blank. Grich, 5'2", and he hits a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be Gibson getting to that, and he will make the catch for the out. 1, 2, 3, go the Halos. No score after 2. Someone didn't vote him in the Hall of Fame. Yep, just like someone didn't vote Ichiro in the Hall of Fame. I really would like to know who that is and ask him. I would just like to know what it was you didn't like about him. Was it the 311 career average? Was it the over 3,000 hits? Was it the Gold Gloves? Was it the, All-Stars? I just really would like to know why you didn't think he was a Hall of Famer. Top of the third, leading off for the Big D will be the shortstop, Alan Trammell. Hall of Famer. Needs to have Whitaker in there with him. 319 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs in 83. Frank S. joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. Kison, 2-5 against a righty. That's going to be an auto out, and it's a fly to left. And that will be Mike Brown going ahead and making that catch for out number 1. Here's Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame with Trammell. Whitaker is 0 for 1. Robert had the last few days. We have wife broke ankle, had surgery today, sister-in-law. Oh, jeez. All right there, Brian. Yeah. You've had a few days, and I've had a couple of days here too. My uncle, who's 80 years old, fell out of his bed and hurt his nose and his upper body a little bit, so he's in the hospital. My mom is really not doing too great with that, so my uncle is having this issue as well. Doug Hunt, Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. Kison, 4-2, possible error. Whitaker, 3-1. It's hit hard to right field. That's a 4, and that's going to be a double. Right fielder is Reggie Jackson. His error rating is a 2. He's not going to make an error, so Whitaker will have himself a double. So Whitaker gets his first hit of the game. It'll be a 2-bagger. And now the batter is Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. So 1 out here. Whitaker on at second. Strategy, nothing happening. Kison, 5-1. It's a blank. Cabell, 1-6. And that's a ground out to short. Handled there by Tim Foley. And the throw goes to first. Whitaker does have the speed. He'll get to third, and there's 2 outs. He does move the runner over. And now here's Grubb. Grubb got a single his first time up. So, yes, Brian B., you and I, we do have some issues going on in the household a bit. Whitaker on at third. Strategy. Nothing happening there. Kison will pitch. 3-1. Error on a throw. Grubb. 6-3. And that is a ground ball to first. And that ball is hit to Ron Jackson. His error rating is a 6. That's a 16. He will not make a throwing error. Kison will come on over to receive the throw, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Angels will be the left fielder, Mike Brown, a 231 average, 3 homers, and 9 RBIs in 83. Petry will go ahead and pitch. 4-2, strikeout. 14 is too high. Brown, 6-3, and he grounds it to short. That'll be handled by Trammell. And Trammell tosses it over for the out, 1 away. Next batter is the shortstop, Tim Foley, 252 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs in 83. Petry, he'll go ahead and pitch. Petry, 3-1, error on a throw. Foley, 4-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Gibson will make the catch. 2 down. And now here's the catcher, Bob Boone, a 256 average, 9 homers, 52 RBIs. Petry with the deal. 1-3. Home run result, but the 15 is too high. Boone, 3-1, but he will lace a base hit into right field, so Boone does get some of it, and he'll send it to first, and he'll go to first base. First hit of the game for the Angels. It'll bring up Lubitich. Lubitich is 0 for 1. So now 2 outs. Boone on at first, and nothing happening there. Petry, 3-3. Home run chance. The 2 is good, but Lubitich has 0, so it don't matter. Lubitich, 5-5, but this will matter as he smacks one into left field, and that's going to be a double. Boone, a base runner forward with 2 outs. Double to left field, though, a -3. The only way he scores is on a 1. And it's a 6, which means he's coming around. Boone coming around third. Left fielder is Gibson. He has a -1 arm. A 1-5. There could be a play. It's a 4. The throw coming to the plate. A 2-5. Boone is out. And he is side retired. What a throw by Gibson. He nails Boone at the plate, and the inning is over. Stadium groans. So Lubitich does get a double, but Boone is thrown out at the plate. No runs on 2 hits. What a throw by Gibson. And he gets him down in there. Maybe been a relay. Maybe Gibson to Whitaker and then onto the plate. But doesn't matter. He is out. No score after, no runs on 2 hits. No score after 3. As Gibson makes a heck of a play at the plate. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Tigers will be Lance Parrish. He is 0 for 1. Kison, he will pitch. 1-6, strikeout, too high. Parrish, 1-6, a fly ball to left. Easy play there for Mike Brown, and he's got it for out number 1. Next up is Herndon. Herndon is 0 for 1. Kison, 2-3, strikeout, no. Herndon, 4-3, and he hits one hard to right field. That's a 4, and that's going to be a base hit for Herndon. He'll get a single off a righty. So Herndon gets his first hit of the game, and he will head to first. And now here's Gibson, who gets a few boos from the Big A crowd. Gibson, though, got a double his first time up. Herndon on at first. He had 9 steals, and he's not getting any here. Kison will go ahead, and he will pitch. Kison, 6-2, blank. Gibson, 3-6. And that's a fly ball to right field. That'll be handled by Reggie. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 1. Herndon on at first. 2 men down. Strategy roll for Herndon. And Herndon, he will stay where he is. Kison, 5-2 against a righty. Strikeout 3. Yep, he got him there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. And that is the first strikeout for Kison. He only had 83 of them that year. No runs and a hit. The Tigers have gotten 1 hit in every inning so far, but no runs to show for it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, you better be careful there, Michael. I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about you, Michael. I'm concerned about all you guys in the chat with everything going on in the world today. So be very careful. Bottom of the fourth. And Ron Jackson leads off for the Halos, is 0 for 1. Petry will go ahead and pitch. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at Anaheim Stadium. Petry, 5-2, possible error. Jackson, 6-3. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Enos Cabell. His error rating is a 2. That's an 8. He'll make the play. Petry will come over and receive the throw, and that is out number 1. Nice play there by Cabell. Next batter is Lynn. Lynn is 0 for 1. Petry, he will deal. 4-5, blank. Lynn, 1-3, base hit. He'll hit one past second base, and the Halos have a base runner. Next up is Downing. Downing's 0 for 1. Lynn had 2 steals in 83. Doubt he's going to do anything, and he won't. Petry will concentrate on Downing. Petry, 2-4. Pitcher result, 10 is too high. Downing, 4-1, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to first. 3-3-3. And shortstop pivot, Trammell 0. A 1-3, it's a double play. No, that's hit to first base. Cabell realized he didn't have a chance of getting Lynn, as Lynn got a good jump. He'll take the shore out, 2 down. And Lynn will move over to second base on another grounder to first. And now here's Reggie. Reggie is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Bottom of the fourth. No score in this game so far. Strategy roll. And that's a 2. Lynn stays where he is. Pitch from Petry. 5-2. Possible error. Jackson. 4-3. It's a base hit to center field. Single to center field. Lemon has an error rating of 2. That's a 10. He will not make an error. But will it score Lynn? With 2 outs, Lynn has a base running rating of 3. No adjustment, second home. A 1-3. Lynn will score, and he will. And the Angels are on the board. RBI single by Reggie. 1-0 Halos. He'll get an RBI for Reggie there. And now 1-0 in favor of the Angels. And now the batter is Gritch. Gritch is 0 for 1. Jackson really not a threat to do anything. And nothing happening there. 2 outs now, but a 1-0 lead from the Angels. Petry, 4-4. It's a blank. Gritch, 6-3. And it's a single right past short. Jackson doesn't have the speed to hold at second base automatically. And now the Angels are beginning to find their way at the plate. 2 hits in a row. And that will bring up Brown. Brown is 0 for 1. Mike Brown, I don't know anything about him. Jackson on at second. Gritch on at first. Fans here at the Big A know how important this game is for California. They're 2 games under 500. They've got to get above 500 and be in the top 3. Strategy. Nothing on the 9. Petry. 4-2. Strikeout. No. Brown. 1-3, and it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Trammell, and he's going to throw to first to get Brown, and that will do the job. And that will do it. 1 run on 3 hits for the Halos. They have a 1-0 lead after 4. Yeah, it was a very bad year for Reggie in 1983. Tough season for him. Top of the 5th. And leading off for the Tigers will be Wayne Krenchicki. And he is 0 for 1. You're the conviction that these game companies eventually cease card making due to erosion of profits that will really vault the values of our collections. I don't think so. Remember, they can still send out PDFs and you can print them on your own paper or something like that. I don't think these game companies are stopping anytime soon. Although you could be right, though, Frank. It's a possibility with the way the economy looks right now. which is really not that bad. Let's see. Let's play some more baseball. Kison will pitch. 2-2, blank. Krenchicki, 1-4. Ground out to second. That'll be handled there by Gritch. And over to first it goes. Next batter is Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 1. I'm wondering where Chuck Rawlings is. He's not. I don't see him in the chat. A Detroit Tigers game and Chuck Rawlings. And Chuck Rawlings is not in the chat. Very disappointed in him. Kison, 1-2, range play. Trammell, 4-1. Line drive to first. Ron Jackson has a range of 2. He leaps. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Line out to first base. Ron Jackson makes a heck of a play. Leaps and gets it. And that is out number 2. And now here's Whitaker. Whitaker 1 for 2 with a double. This has been Robert's nightly business report. Kison will pitch. 2-3, strikeout 9. That is high. Whitaker, 6-3, and it's a grounder to third. Taken care of there by Lubritich. He'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. For the first time, the Tigers are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tim Foley leads off for California, and he is 0 for 1 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Angels. Pitchers duel here. Combined ERA of these two pitchers is 7.9. Petry, 5-2, possible error. Foley, 2-4, and that is going to be an infield single with a possible error on the shortstop, Trammell. His error rating is a 6. That's a 20. He's going to hold on to the ball and allow Foley to reach first. That will be an infield single. So Foley on at first. And now the batter is Boone. Boone got a single his first time up. Angels lead 1-0 here in the 5th. Foley had 2 steals. He's not getting any here. Petry, 2-3, blank. Boone, 4-5, and he popped out to short. Trammell says, I got it, and he does, and that's the first out. Here's Lubritich. Lubritich got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Petry gets the sign. Nothing happening with Foley. Petry, 3-6, strikeout, no. Lubritich, 3-4, and that's a deep fly ball to center. Going back for it is Lemon, but he's got plenty of room. And he'll make the catch, out number 2. And now Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 2. Foley on it first. He'll stay there. Petry, 4-6, strikeout, no. Jackson, 5-4, and against the righty, that's going to be grounded to first. That'll be an easy play for Gabel. He won't let Petry get over there. What Gabel's going to do is go to the bag and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Halo. Still 1-0 here after 5. Detroit Tigers scored 7 runs in this game historically. They don't have nothing right now after 5 innings. What is up with the Tigers tonight? We go to the 6th. Kison can pitch to 27, and Petry can pitch to 29. Enos Cabell leads off for the Big D. He's 0 for 2. Kison having a heck of a night tonight. Kison, 1-5. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk Cabell there. And Kison will give up his first walk of the game. He had 39 of them in 83. And now here's Grubb. Grubb is 1 for 2. Cabell had 4 steals. And that's a 4. He's not getting anything. Grubb does get the hit and run, but Grubb can hit the ball. So I'm going to call off the hit and run. Kison will pitch. Kison, 2-6. Pitcher result against the lefty. A 1 would be a base hit. That's a 10. It's a blank. Grubb, 5-4, and he lifts one to left, but an easy play for Brown. And Brown's got that for out number 1. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Cabell stays put. Kison, 4-5. Against the righty, it's an automatic out. And that's going to be flied to center. Freddie Lynn will make the play with no trouble. 2 down. And here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2. Fans here at Anaheim know this game is important for the Angels. 2 games under 500. Cabell on it first. Strategy. No deal. Kison, 6-1. Range play. Herndon, 3-3. It's a base hit to right field, and that's hit to Reggie Jackson. And in right field in 83, he stunk. His range is a 1. That's going to drop in for a base hit. It'll be a single to right. Cabell with 2 outs, base runner 5. A single to right, -2, though. A 1-3, Cabell will get to third, and he won't. They hold Cabell at second base. Nice throw by Reggie Jackson to keep Cabell from moving on. So Herndon gets the single, and now here's Gibson. Gibson 1 for 2 with a double. 2 outs here. Kison looking in on Gibson. You know, Gibson can definitely send one out. Cabell at second, Herndon at first. Nothing happening on strategy. Cabell stays put. Kison sets in on Gibson. Here comes the deal. Kison, 2-1. Home run chance. But the 20 is too high. Gibson, 5-2. And he grounds it weakly to first. That'll be handled there by Ron Jackson. And he will take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. Where are these Tigers today? We go to the bottom of the 6th. Freddie Lynn leads off for the Angels. He's 1 for 2 with a single. 1-0 Angels here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Petry, 6-6. It's an automatic out. And it's a grounder to second base. Handled easily there by Whitaker. And he'll toss it over for out number 1. Next up is Downing. Downing is 0 for 2. Petry, 3-2. Range play. Downing, 6-3. Line drive to short. Trammell has a range of 3. He leaps. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. He's just out of his reach, and Downing will have a single. So Downing gets his first hit of the game, as Trammell couldn't get that one. And now here's Reggie. Reggie is 1 for 2 with a base hit. Downing did have 1 steal. That is a 2, and that is not happening. Jackson's going to swing away here. Petry looking in on Jackson. The fans here at the Big A want a big hit. Petry, 6-1. Range play. Jackson, 3-3. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Cabell. Cabell was excellent. His range is a 5. And he's got it. Will he turn the double play, though? 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot Trammell. 0. Only a 1 or a 2 will get it. And he does. Side retired. 3-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit. What a great play by Enos Cabell. 1-0 Angels after 6. In a pitcher's duel between 2 pitchers, combined ERA of 7.9. Who would figure? We go to the 7th. Rapidly moving ball game so far, but most pitchers' duels usually are. Chet Lemon leads off for the Tigers. He's 0 for 2. Kison, 3-4 against a righty. That's a strikeout plus 10. And the ball goes high. Lemon goes low. And that's an out. 1 away. And that is only the 2nd strikeout for Kison. 1 away. Here's Krenchicki. 0 for 2. Pitch from Kison. 2-2. It's a blank. Krenchicki, 4-3. And he hits one into right. And Reggie will track that one down for the 2nd out. 2 outs for Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 2. Kison will pitch. Kison, 2-3. Strikeout. No. Trammell, 6-3. Hits one hard to right field. That's a 6. and Trammell keeps the inning alive with a base hit. Trammell will get his first hit of the game, a single. Kison is now tired, but they're going to let him pitch to Whitaker. Whitaker is 1 for 3. Trammell on at first. 1-0 Angels. Another low-scoring matchup here. Strategy roll. Trammell at 30 steals. That's a 6. He's not going anywhere. You're gonna let Whitaker swing that bat. Kison deals up with Whitaker. Here comes the pitch. Kison 2-3 strikeout 8. That's gonna miss. Whitaker 5-3, and it's a ground ball to second base. Sitting over there is Gritch. He'll take care of it. He'll throw it over to first, and that retires a side. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. And this team right now trying to figure out Bruce Kison, and they can't quite do it. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night, we will go to July 26th. We're going to go to Busch Stadium. And I don't see David Vega in the chat, but I know he'll be happy. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy for that one. We're going to go to Busch Stadium for a big game in the National League as the San Francisco Giants will take on the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be Fall Classic. Fred Braining will be going for the Giants, and Joaquin Andujar will be going for the Cardinals. Cardinals still trying to hope out. They can get into the top 3 in the National League East. The Giants, however, right now are under 500 in the National League West, but they're right there, still 3rd place. Big matchup tomorrow night. Giants and Redbirds, Braining and Andujar. Fall Classic baseball tomorrow night. Bottom of the 7th here, 1-0. Can't really believe we got this kind of game. And Bobby Gritch leads off for the Angels. He's 1 for 2. Petry still has some batters left in the tank. He will continue to pitch. Petry, 3-1. Error on a throw. Gritch, 2-5. And that's gonna be an infield single. And that ball is hit the short. Trammell's error rating is a 6. That's a 7. He's not going to make a throwing error. Gritch will be safe at first. Infield single for Gritch is second, as Trammell does not make a throwing error, so Gritch will be an infield single, and Gritch has a base hit. That'll bring up Brown. Brown is 0 for 2, and I think they'll let Brown bat. I think they would. He's not a good bunter. Let's see. Take a look at let's see. Brown is what? He's in left field. Yeah, they're going to take him out. Mike Brown going to come out of the game, and coming on to take over in left field and for the Angels will be Darryl Sconiers. 274 average, 8 homers, 46 RBIs. So timeout for a substitution as Brown is coming out and Sconiers is coming in. He is a 220 plus 2, not that good a fielder, actually a lousy fielder. But they're going to use him. So timeout as we take away. So he is in left. So California loses all this. And left is a plus 2, so he's -1 plus 2, 0. -1 plus 2, 0. So Darryl Sconiers will now take over and let him bat. Gritch on it first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Petry will pitch. Actually, strategy roll first, I guess. Strategy for Grits, not doing anything. Petry, 2-2, range play at the park. We haven't gone to the park much in this game. Anaheim Stadium, 3-6, and that's a ground ball to third. That's a range play for Krenchicki. His range is a 4, and he will get it. Does he turn the double play? 4, 4, 5. Second base pivot, Whitaker, 0, 1-5, and they'll get it. 2 outs. 5-4-3 double play as Sconiers hits into the twin killing. So now 2 outs, and that is the second double play the Angels have hit into. And the batter now is Foley. Foley is 1 for 2. Petry will pitch. Petry, 2-2. Range play at the park. Anaheim Stadium. 6-5. That's a home run to the opposite field. That's a 6. Foley's not going to do that, but now it's a range play. So Foley going, that's hit the right field. Going after that is Johnny Grubb. He stunk. His range is a 1. That's going to be a double. That's an automatic double off a range play, off a home run chance. Foley winds up at second base. How big is that double play? So no way Grubb was going to get that one, but Foley will head into second. 2 outs now for Boone. And Boone is 1 for 2 with a single. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Angels have a 1-0 lead. Strategy roll for Petry. Anything happening there? The answer is no. Foley stays at second. Petry will pitch. 1-1. That's a blank. Boone. 3-4. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Chet Lemon is going to go ahead and get to that one. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Halos. Still 1-0 after 7. I was not expecting a game like this with these 2 pitchers on the mound. Top of the 8th. Bruce Kison is tired. Enos Cabell leads off for the Tigers. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And they're going to let Kison pitch. He's doing a great job tonight. He's only scattered 6 hits. But if he gives up a fatigue result or something, they'll yank him out. Angels need this win. Kison will deal. 1-3, blank. Cabell, 3-6, popped out second base. That'll be Gritch calling for it, and he's got it for out number 1. And now here's Grubb. Grubb is 1 for 3. Kison, he'll deal. 3-3, strikeout, no. Grubb, a 3-2 base hit into left field, and Grubb has a single, and that is his second hit of the game. Grubb now 2 for 4, and the batter now is Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 3, and they're gonna let Kison pitch to Parrish here. You're asking who the closer is on the Angels. The main closer for the Angels, there really isn't one. The Angels really, their bullpen is not that great. But the player with the most saves that's in the lineup tonight is actually Luis Sanchez. So probably will be him if necessary, but we'll see what happens. So Grubb will go ahead and Grubb is on first, 1 out, top of the 8th, 1-0 Halos. Kison trying to keep it where it is. He is tired, and maybe it is time to bring him out. And maybe, yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. That's going to be it for Kison, as Bruce Kison's going to come out of the game. But what a job he did. So they're going to bring in a new pitcher, and they're going to go with the guy that actually probably could do the closing. Coming on to pitch for the Angels is going to be Luis Sanchez. 10 wins, 8 losses, 7 saves, a 3.66 ERA. Sanchez, Kison leaves with the W. So Luis Sanchez, he can pitch to 7 batters. We'll see what he can do here. So Luis Sanchez coming on to pitch against Parrish. There is 1 out here on the top of the 8th. Strategy roll. Grub will stay put. Sanchez, 6-3, strikeout, no. Parrish, 3-2, and it's a line drive to second base, and Grub will be doubled off on a 1 or a 2. Nope, Grub will get back, 2 down. Line drive to second, nice catch by Grich. Grub got back easily, 2 away. And now here's Herndon. Herndon 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Kuzman stunk in 1978, but he threw a no-hitter. It can happen. That's the one thing about these games. It can happen. Grub on it first, and he is going to stay there. Sanchez will pitch. Sanchez, 1-3. It's a blank. Herndon, 6-2. And it's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Foley. He's got it. Throws to second to get Grub. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit. Tigers are dumbfounded here by the Angel pitching. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for the Angels. Here's Steve Lubritich. And we may see a pinch hitter for him as well. He is at third base, and he is going to come out of the game. So Lubritich coming out of the game, the Angels will go to the bench, and they're going to bring in Rob Wilfong, 254 average, 2 homers, 17 RBIs. He will take over at third, so timeout for a substitution as Rob Wilfong will come on to bat. As he will take over, and he is a 4-5 at that position. A little better than Lubritich. So Rob Wilfong will go up against Petry. Petry can still pitch to 2 more batters, and they're going to let him pitch. He's done a great job here. Petry will pitch. 5-5. That's a blank. Wilfong, 1-3. Base hit right past short, and Wilfong has a single, so he leads off with a base hit. As usual, you just don't see managing like this on the other channel with the Fluffy Cat. So Wilfong goes ahead and gets that base hit there. And now the batter is Jackson. And Jackson is 0 for 3. So runner on first. Bottom of the 8th, 1-0. Wilfong not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Petry, 2-2. Range play at the park. Anaheim Stadium, 6-5. That's a home run to the opposite field. But Jackson against righties is a 4. That's a 10. It's not happening. But now it's a range play again to right field. Going after that is Johnny Grubb. Not good. Range is a 1, and he will not make the catch, and that's an automatic double. Wilfong, let's see, a double to right's got a 2. A double to right -4. Because of a very good arm by Grubb, Wilfong will hold at third base and stay there. So now runners at second and third and no one out. And now the batter is Lynn, and that'll be it for Petry. He is done. He is tired, and that is it. So now runners at second and third. Now the batter is Lynn. And Lynn is 1 for 3, and we'll see a new pitcher for the Tigers. And I think they got 2 lefties coming up still. Let's see who the Tigers want to bring on to pitch. I think in this situation, you got to go with your best guy. Although you got lefties here. I don't know. I got Howard Bailey and Aurelio Lopez. Ben Witz, I need you to make a choice. Here are the pitchers I'm looking. Do you go ahead and bring in Aurelio Lopez or Howard Bailey? The reason why even though Howard Bailey is a 4.88 ERA, he is good against lefties. Aurelio Lopez is the best pitcher you got. So what do you think, Ben? This is your team. I'll let you make a choice. You like Lopez better, and that's who it will be. So coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Aurelio Lopez. 9 wins, 8 losses, 18 saves, a 2.81 ERA. Petry leaves with the L, and runners are infield in. So Lopez will pitch to Lynn. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th, 1-0 Angels. Lopez sets up, strategy roll, nothing with the 15. Lopez will pitch. 1-5, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Lynn. Wow, what a big strikeout there. Lopez had 90 Ks in 83, and he gets one there. One down, big K. And now here's Downing. Downing is 1 for 3. Lopez looking in on Downing, 1 out. The infield is still in. Fans here at the Big A would like to see Downing hit one hard. Strategy roll again. No play. Wilfong stays at third. Lopez will pitch. 2-2 against a righty. Strikeout. No. Downing. 5-1, and it's a fly ball to left field. Now that's going to be caught. That's going to be caught by Gibson for out number 2. Downing, a sacrifice fly of 1. Hit to left field at +1 is a 2. Wilfong doesn't score. Wilfong base runner 2. Gibson a -1. Wilfong will score on a 1. And he will hold. He does not come in. 2 down. Downing did not hit it deep enough, and Kirk Gibson gunned it in there, and Wilfong could not move. But now here's Reggie. Reggie is 1 for 3, had a lousy year in 83, but still very dangerous. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 1-0 Angels. Lopez looking in on Reggie. Reggie says, I'd like to hit one out if possible. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Lopez will now pitch to Reggie. Reggie looking for a big-time hit. Lopez with the pitch. 1-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Reggie, 5-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. And Chet Lemon will come in a little bit. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. Runners at second and third and nobody out, and you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. 1-0 Angels after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Luis Sanchez will continue to pitch. He is the main closer for this game. 1-0 Angels. They're going to go with Sanchez. He can still pitch to 5 batters. And, of course, if you're the Tigers, this is who you want leading off. Kirk Gibson. But Gibson is 1 for 3. He's got a double. Gibson also still a very potent hitter in 83. Sanchez will go ahead and he will make the pitch. 4-5. Strikeout. No. Gibson. 5-3. And it's a base hit past second. The tying run is on. Gibson gets a leadoff hit, and he is on first. What? Did you expect the 1-2-3 closing inning on RJL Network? I think not. And now the batter is Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 3, but he is kind of due. Gibson on at first. He had 14 steals. Strategy roll. He's not going anywhere. He'll stay where he is. Sanchez will go ahead and pitch to Lemon. The fans here at the Big A want Sanchez to close this game. Sanchez, 1-1, strikeout. No. Lemon. 6-4, and it's a fly ball to right field. Reggie Jackson will come in a bit, and he's got it, 1 down. And now the batter is Krenchicki. Krenchicki is 0 for 3. No, Utah Micah did not do a demo for the advanced inside pitch. I canceled it. I am not ready to do the demo for that game, and I may not be ready for a while. I may have to wait until this 83 season is over before I do that demo. I may not be ready for that yet. There's a lot of nuances that inside pitch advance has that regular inside pitch does not. And I was not ready to do the demo. So since I probably did not know what I would be talking about, I decided to keep my mouth shut and just let Chris create the game. Please realize that game for inside pitch advanced, that is many months down the line. I don't think we'll see that until at least after the All-Star break. But don't worry, regular inside pitch is not going anywhere. Krenchicki will bat. Krenchicki is 0 for 3, but a good average at 276. Gibson on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Gibson stays at first. Sanchez will pitch. 1-4. It's a blank. Krenchicki 2-2. And it's a ground ball to short. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot Foley, a 0. A 1-2. The ball game is over. No. Gibson thrown out at second. Krenchicki gets to first. Fielder's choice, 2 down. So the Tigers will get another chance. And it's going to be Alan Trammell. Trammell 1 for 3 with a single. Now 2 outs here at the Big A. Sanchez trying to close this game. Angels need this win. Tigers need it too to stay close to the top of the American League East. Sanchez looking in on Trammell. Strategy roll. Krenchicki stays at first. Sanchez looking in at Trammell. Fans are loud here at the Big A. Sanchez will pitch. 3-3. Strikeout. No. Trammell. 3-4. And he doubles one into right field. It's going to be a double. But will it score Krenchicki? With 2 outs, base runner 4. Double to right, -3. The only way Krenchicki can score is on a 1. They hold him at third. It's a 5, and he holds at third. A double for Trammell, but Krenchicki is held. And now it's up to Lou Whitaker. Whitaker 1 for 4 with a double. 2 outs. Sanchez is not tired yet. They're going to let him pitch to Whitaker. Whitaker does have some, with Sanchez a little better against lefties. Sanchez looking in at Whitaker. Now 2 down. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. Sanchez will go ahead. A good heck of a good arm by left fielder Scone by right field Jackson. Krenchicki on at third. Trammell on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Sanchez sets up. He will pitch. 1-4. It's a blank. Whitaker. 4-4. And it's a fly ball to right field. And Reggie Jackson's going to come in there. He's going to take a couple of steps inward, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The California Angels shut out the Detroit Tigers 1-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs on 2 hits. What a job by Angel pitching, as the Tigers just could not figure them out tonight. Got close, but could not get the runs. Final line score coming up. For the Angels, 1 run, 11 hits, no errors. For the Tigers, no runs, 9 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Bruce Kison. He'll go ahead and get the win. Dan Petry takes a very tough loss, and Luis Sanchez gets the save. More action coming up. We're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Well, I definitely didn't see a 1-0 game here tonight. Not with these 2 pitchers. I'm shocked that that's how the dice rolled. Baines would have been a hero there. Baines can't hit his way out of a paper bag. Hall of Famer. Blah. Must have paid. He paid somebody to get in the hall. It's the only thing I can think of. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Tigers actually come away a loss here, 1-0 to California. I really don't believe that. How well that is. Let's continue on with July 23rd, Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 17-23, that is 3. Indians 12-66, that's 10. Win for the Tribe. White Sox at Milwaukee, big series. White Sox 15-21, and that is 3. Brewers 9-42, and that's 4. The Brewers get the win. Kansas City and the Yankees. Royals 3-25, and that is 2. Yankees 16-31, and that is 4. A win for the Bronx Bombers. Baltimore at Oakland. Baltimore 16-35, and that is 5. Athletics 7-21, and that is 2. That's a win for the O's. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 13-66, that's 11. Mariners 12-55, that's 6. A win for the Bo Sox. Toronto at Texas. Toronto 12-52, that's 6. Rangers 8-12, and that is 1. Rangers beginning to fade. Philadelphia at Atlanta. Phillies 12-53, that is 6. Braves 9-23, and that is 2. The Phillies have taken over first in the National League East. Padres and the Cubs. Padres 12-16, that is 2. Cubs 9-41, and that's 4. Win for the Cubs. Mets and the Reds. My Mets are in last place. Mets 8-22, and that is 2. Reds 9-22, and that is also 2. And they're going to go to extras. Can my Mets maybe get a happy recap? Mets roll a 2 plus 0. Reds roll a 5 plus 1 is 6. And my Mets continue their losing streak. That game belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Expos. Astros 4-56. That is 5. Expos 9-63. And that is 7. It's a win for the Spos. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 3-55, and that is 5. Pirates 11-16, that is 2. It's a win for the Giants. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers 8-22, that is 2. Cardinals 3-31, that is also 2. They will go to extras. Both teams roll a 1. Dodgers are plus 2. And the Cardinals are 0. So that's going to be a win for the Dodgers. On to July 24th. Detroit at California. Tigers 14-26. That's 4. Angels 6-11. That's 0. And the Tigers will get that win. Minnesota at Cleveland in a doubleheader. Twins, game 1. Twins 14-65. And that is 9. Indians 13-13, that is 1, and the Twins get the first one. Twins 14-64, that is 9. Indians 24-52, that's 8, and the Twins will win both. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox 14-32, and that is 4. Brewers 14-24, and that is 3. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Kansas City and the Yankees. Sports Time Machine. You should know this. July 24th, 1983. Yes, Success G2 already got it. It was the Pine Tar game. I wanted to play this game badly, but the 24th did not fall on a day that it was going to be done. I did want to play this game. As you can see, actually, there's a little bit of an X here. I wanted to play this game, but unfortunately, I decided to, because the 24th did not show on. Yes, this is the Pine Tar game. Kansas City and the Yankees. Royals 746, that's 5. Yankees 1054, that is 6. The Yankees win the game, and I heard that George Brett got another home run taken away from him. Baltimore at Oakland. Orioles 1353, and that is 6. Oakland 441, and that is 3, and that is a win for the O's. Boston at Seattle. I wanted to do a special, but I decided no. Red Sox 1356, that is 7. Mariners 546, and that is 4. Boston trying to make a move here. Toronto at the Rangers. Blue Jays 612, and that is 0. Rangers 863, that is 7, and that is a win for the Lone Stars. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies 645, and that is 4. Atlanta 1622, and that's 3. Another win for the Phils. Padres and the Cubs. Yeah, I know. I remember George Brett looked as if he was going to kill a man. Yeah, and I don't know who he wanted to kill, the umpire or Billy Martin. Padres 1036, that is 4. Cubs 1254, and that is 6. Cubs win. Mets and the Reds. Mets 025, and that is 2. Reds 521, and that is also 2. My Mets just can't get a break. Extra innings. Mets roll a 5 plus 0. Reds roll a 6 plus 1 is 7, and that game belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Expos. Astros 336, and that is 3. Expos 1344, and that's 5. A win for the Spos. Giants and the Pirates in a doubleheader. Giants 665, that is 8. Pirates 1153, and that is 6. The G-Men take game 1. Giants 743 and 4 runs. Pirates 965, that's 8, and they'll split the twin bill. Dodgers and the Cardinals. We have Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers 732, that is 3. Cardinals 622, that's 2, and the Dodgers will win that game. July 25th, Baltimore at California. Orioles 1744, and that is 6. Angels 431, that's 2. Here come the Orioles. Cleveland and Kansas City. Indians 955, that's 6 runs. Royals 1143, that's 5 runs, and the Tribe will get the win. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Brewers 1962, that's 9. Twins 1323, that's 3. A win for the Brew Crew. Boston at Oakland. Red Sox 1414, that is 2. Athletics 1051, that's 5. The A's will get the win. Yankees and the Rangers. Yankees 961, that is 6. Rangers 451, and that's 4. Another win for the Yankees. White Sox and the Blue Jays. White Sox 825, that's 3. Blue Jays 833, and that is also 3. They will go to extras. Chicago rolls a 5 plus 0. Toronto rolls a 2 plus 0. It'll be the Pale Hose in extras. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 1065, that's 9. Cubs 936, and that's 4. It's a win for the Dodgers. Expos and the Reds in a doubleheader. Expos 353, and that's 4. Reds 342, and that's 3. The Expos kick the first. Expos 2013, no, and that's only 2. Reds 655, and that is 5. That game belongs to the Reds, and they'll split the twin bill. Braves and the Mets. Braves 1454, and that is 7. Mets 424, and that is 2. And my Mets are really, really slumping. Padres and the Pirates, although my season's already over. Padres 563, that is 6. Pirates 642, and that is 4. That's a win for the Friars. Giants and the Cardinals, we have these two tomorrow night. Giants 1034, that is 4. Cardinals 1114, that is 2. And the Giants will get the win. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 26th. We will be at Busch Stadium as the San Francisco Giants will take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Fred Braining will be going for the Giants, and Joaquin Andujar will be going for the Cardinals. That will be Fall Classic tomorrow night. Big matchup in the National League. G-Men and Redbirds, Braining and Andujar. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The California Angels, they get their wings and barely scraped by the Tigers. They shut them out 1-0. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.